So my son's birthday, his third birthday is coming up, and I want to make one of those beautiful classic heirloom lace collars for him. And I am going to show you how I do it in this video. So when you're making an all lace collar, you'll need, well, lace. I think French val laces really shine in this situation, and Malaine laces are the Cadillac of that. But the key is to make sure that your lace has a pull thread. It'll say in the description, all laces will be insertion lace with the exception of that bottom lace, which is classified as a lace edging thanks to those pretty little scallops. I gathered a collection of geometric laces, and aren't they beautiful? I just started arranging them to my liking, and really, how fun is that? Placing them here and there until I get the look that I want. It's so much fun. So once I had them all arranged, then I pinned them to this board to keep them organized. You could definitely use your ironing board instead if you don't have a board like this. You can also give your lace a starching and an ironing. I go either way when it comes to starching, but some people really swear by it, so if it works for you, then you do it because it's sewing, so you do you. So I'm using the bishop neckline on this board to build my collar, but again, you could use your ironing board with a neckline trace from a pattern instead. I would trace the neckline onto a sacrificial piece of tissue or something though, because we're going to be putting a lot of pin marks into this piece. I pin the first piece of lace around that neckline, and I'm starting by curving the bottom edge of this lace and then pulling those pull threads at the top of the lace. There's definitely a trick to pulling, and I will let you in on the secret at the end of the video. So once the first row is curved and it's all laying nice and flat, then I line up the second row of lace and rinse and repeat. Once those pull threads are all drawn up, I find that they don't move too much. So just handle your laces gently and you should be all set to unpin them and take them to your machine. I'm using a zigzag with Madeira 80 weight thread and a size 60 microcheck needle to join the two laces together. I'm barely touching my laces, just guiding them through the machine, and that ensures that the curves of those laces stay put. Then I take those pieces back to my board, giving them an ironing, and keep going with this process until all the rows of laces are attached. Then the question becomes, how do you attach this collar to your garment? Well, there are several ways to slice this cake, but personally, I think that having a row of entree is such an easy way to make sure everything looks super clean. And no, entree does not have a pull thread, but the width is so narrow that it doesn't matter. So it'll bend around the curve of a neckline without any issues of buckling. And please overlook my camera work at this point. My sewing space was going through a little renovation work, so I'm holding my camera in one hand while trying to sew with the other. But yeah, just zigzag the entrees to the top of the edge of the first row of lace. So now, before I attach the collar to my garment, I need to finish those back ends. And there are several ways to do this, but I'm going to use some organdy. I'm going to rip strips and then zigzag one edge, turn the corner, and zigzag one of the smaller ends. I line up that bottom zigzag edge of the organdy to the bottom edge of the lace, and with right sides together, I sew along the back end of the collar, and then I understitch that seam. Then I pin the collar to my garment and I sew stitching along the ditch of that entree. Last but not least, I finished this collar with a bias band. Now go check out this video on how to pull lace using this lovely trick. It'll give you some lovely neat gathers, and I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please put them down in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them. And as always, I appreciate y'all for watching, and I hope to catch y'all next time.